season
United Healthcare
is
offers
ramping up.
comprehensive and
Obviously,
affordable
Champions League
plans
around the corner. The Southampton guys that are playing their first minutes in Liverpool's first team, and the mouth-watering experience. The new recruits, some of the first-team players on the periphery of that starting 11.
We'll see if that's enough, but we'll see if this young Liverpool side can restore. And now he gets a start.
Yeah, it will be a nerve-wracking experience.
His dad, Andy. So too does 18-year-old Kieran Morrison, a star of their recent UEFA Youth League win over Frankfurt.
Very, very talented, and in the same mould, really. Sarr came into Palace with big boots to fill.
Liverpool last month gets his first start of this season, with Jean-Philippe Mateta dropping to the bench. Mitchell, Henderson.
Difficult to breach as always.
Craig Pawson, the man in the middle, the first Liverpool game. So off we go. Liverpool were top of the Premier League of their last 5. The convincing win over Frankfurt shows the wheels haven't come off completely, but Arne Slot admitted at the weekend they haven't found an answer to the style of play they're increasingly coming up against, one which Palace performed so well. 4 that have gone without a win, they could easily have won. Here's Ngomoa, and he gets it back, runs into Craig Pawson, which just took the more of the ball. This is Anfield and this is Liverpool, but it is not the Liverpool that the fans are used to watching. Crystal Palace.
A pattern that works time and time again for Palace.
Here is Ramsey, who pops it into the far the good on 5 minutes. Here is Ngomoa, who's shown good strength there. And forward, Liverpool have robbed it back, and then they'll look to break quickly with Ngomoa. For a moment he had a side of goal, and then he hit it straight at the defender. That was a good shooting chance early on. Kerkez to put it in early, and he has done. That was a good shooting chance early on. Kerkez to put it in early, and he has done for Morrison, who's just got in front of Gay.
Yeah, good ball in.
Just couldn't. We won't have time to play a different formation. Well, they actually have tried to change it up, and they've started with the real counter. And this is where they can be much more dangerous.
Not as much game time as he thought.
Instead, to clear at the near post.
Here they go again, and that's McAllister bringing Sarr down. And some referees would go for the pocket with that one.
And that's where he's such a trick.
Chiesa, Indo Daichi Kamada.
And obviously had to have a few loan spells, which have proved quite difficult at times as well. So, hell of an opportunity for him this evening.
Sarr for Nketiah.
Just positioning himself when they're in possession, kind of one of those advanced 8s. And McAllister, as you say, the one who's dropping in to try and get on.
Robertson, little touch in field, and he only moves it on quickly. It's in between Kia. Craig Pawson has given Liverpool the advantage, and Ngomoa looks to try and use it. Up against Munoz. On the right, oh, it hasn't quite bent enough, but it did have a little bit of late swerve on it. Seen out without too much stress by Walter Benitez.
After a vibrant start from Liverpool, no question, it subsided somewhat.
Here go Palace with Sarr, and he's got a lot of space to run into. Now he's got Nketiah making a dart to the near post. He pulled it back.
Having subsided, the game's even.
And that's lumped forward for Chiesa, who will get there. And Chiesa making his way around the defenders and popping it over. That's good strong play from Federico Chiesa, who looked second favourite when the ball was initially played over, but he made it his.
It's almost as if he read the bounce better than his Crystal Palace counterparts. Maguire was actually slow to react.
Made his debut against Millwall in the previous round. There is Munoz. That was a game that needed penalties after a 1-1 draw. Richards got the goal. He's unavailable with a calf problem tonight. Palace and Liverpool have players down. Munoz is going to need treatment by the look. Here's Ngomoa. And Ngomoa dancing one way, getting that right-footed space. Now finding the space for Chiesa, who pops it all the way across. Well guarded at the near post by Benitez. Palace were drawn to the ball, and suddenly a nice lot of space here for Chiesa opened up.
Yeah, plenty of players inside.
And Pino has found space. Up against Gomez, who gets the block, but Yeremy Pino has it again. He's trying to find Will Hughes, who he does. And he's caught it sweetly, but it's good positioning from Woodman.
A nice little bit of involvement from Pino, who could have been found slightly earlier in that Palace attack.
Really nice touch from Chiesa, great distribution from Woodman. He's showed real strength, Chiesa, to keep a hold of the ball. He needs support, suggesting they might look at timings for long throws, given how long the ball is out of play in them at the moment, the same way that it's been brought in for goalkeepers. Pino with a lovely little touch to bring it down out of the sky and swivel away from Nioni. There's the cross into Sarr.
Part of this game just to come to feet and probably look to try and get involved and build the play.
There's another good ball over the top for Morrison, who's taken it down. Now he does need support here. Morrison looking to cut it in. Well, they found them well when there has been space. And that is going to be a free kick for Crystal Palace on Pino.
Right on cue, brilliant movement.
Woodman got it away just in time. Very different colours. Had things gone Liverpool's way in the summer. Here's Sosa. Gomez had to watch the back. Kamada has gone short. Hughes to line up a different angle. Plenty of height on that one. But Gay very nearly was able to do something to get the ball. And get it he does. Laid back for the Japanese international. There's the header. And it's well claimed in the end by Woodman. Had to get a lot of power on that. Ismail Assad managed to get it away from Liverpool's goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a good move, and Nketiah is working so hard really to get the team up the pitch.
Palace against Liverpool. Here is Morrison meanwhile, hits Will Hughes. Well, Morrison's got a little bit of space here. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, in slides Bornaso.
Quite get released there, but certainly something they're looking to utilise.
That's driven in towards Munoz and snapped up by Sarr. And just like that, in two quick passes, Crystal Palace have the lead. Ismail Assar does it against Liverpool once again. And as soon as they up the tempo in Germany.
Munoz for his little dart.
Fed up with being
good
fouled.
fortune.
So I thought he'd just give one out himself.
Here they come again. Palace on the break. Sarr goes one way and Nketiah probably holds on to it too long. And then goes down. He's still down, protesting his case to the referee. Minutes or so. Moved on quickly again. Pino, clever reverse ball. Sarr is all the way through. It's another brilliant finish.
Thinking the cross. He could stay down despite the appeal.
Super reverse ball from Pino. Sucked the defenders in, popped it the other way. And suddenly, Liverpool are in real trouble. A big 1-2 combination from Ismail Assar late in the first half.
Hated that, taking me a little bit by surprise. You would have thought Mateta would have been only
to the game. They need a spark of inspiration up top. Maybe young Kieran Morrison can provide it here, who's got some space to Hughes, and that means he can spin away, and Sarr can spin away. And there was the ball looking for Sarr's dart.
Where Palace want you.
There is the little touch off from Yeremy Pino, and Sarr trying to measure one. A little easier than his previous efforts for Freddie Woodman.
Again, the
18-year-old. Space for Chiesa. And now he can get one away into Cambo. A little bit better though, a little bit more promising for Liverpool. This opening 7 minutes, they spend a lot more time in Palace half.
Yeah, nice foot.
Swept towards Mateta. Endo's touch. And a decent touch in midfield. Sarr showing a different part of his game. Then Robertson diving in on Kamada. There's a yellow card come out here from Craig Pawson. It's gone to Liverpool's captain for the Yesh at Arsenal. Ethan Ranieri popping them. It's the initial bit of Palace's press beaten, but not that second wave. Sarr just stretching. So with a little turn. Palace would like the advantage here. Mark Gay has it. Gay for Yeremy Pino.
Each other, they were terrific.
That's a lovely ball to release Mateta. Now he's really calm in these situations, but he hits it into Robertson. Pino on the right into Gomez. Once again, Palace unlocking things with just one decent ball out. That's thrown through. Let you know about that in a moment. Here's Borna Sosa. Got across that nicely to deliver this one. It has reached Now, can Liverpool make a little break in Gamoa? Craig Pawson has a think, has a look, and says free kick. There's hailstones as well as rain. It has all come ahead of him, actually. And Gamoa, with the step overs, helped out for a corner. Liverpool have... Gordon with a nutmeg. And here's Mateta, and the surge is on here, and that is a risky one. A risky one by Amara Nallo, and referee Craig Pawson goes for his pocket, but he's got very little in the way of support. Again, he's going to have to do a lot of this himself. He has done well, trying to turn the...
He had to go in there to make it a challenging night for Palace.
Pino on his right, Pierre-Emile Pino into the corner.
Obviously, he's attacking ones.
It's 3 for Palace with 3 minutes to go. And that has wrapped it right up.
Deep into stoppage time, Arteta remains as animated as ever.
Another. We want 4, chant the Palace fans. There's a real...